you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Set. Black 20.
Alert.
There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Let's get it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Set! Black 20.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Come on now. Negative yards. Negative.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Fighting him off. Refusing to go down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 4th down, here comes the Steelers runner, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. Here's Jackson. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas.
Ready. Blue lady.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jones.
Run.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They do not score.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2 tights. 3 down.
Ready. Black 22.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. 60.
White. Green, triple C.
65.
Green, triple C.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Hey, let's get
They
the
come
commercial.
up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete
Double tight,
pass.
guys, double tight. Hey, we got
Sonic.
We got 4 to
Ready?
To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. This is called by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time
Take 2 of 'em.
first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career, and just 2 yards away. In 2013,
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
and think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running
Ready.
back or a
Watch
tight
my
end?
pass.
In any event,
Let's
great
go.
eyes, head on a swivel.
Yeah, versatility and showing his hands. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they
Ready?
can run through.
Watch my pass.
On that play.
Throwing, Winston, eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7
Travis,
following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Sonic.
190.
Ready, we go.
98's the mic.
Sonic.
James to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a touchdown on the first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that they want the big yard. They think they can get to the inside and make it happen.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Force!
Fitzpatrick now on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Strong right.
Ready? Blue 45! Blue 45!
On third down, Fitzpatrick. Bringing it in, Jackson left side.
They don't want it,
And he'll get him inside the
They
15 down to the
don't want it.
14-yard
Keep
line.
playing
The
hard,
completion
fellas.
good for only
All
6, and that'll bring up fourth. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
4 down.
Kings.
36.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the penalty. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time.
3 down.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
3!
No. 3 down.
Davis to Jones.
Watch 84. Watch 84.
And all the way
alert
down
3, alert
inside
3.
the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying
boy,
it
I
was
know you
important that
felt
they set
that
the tone and show
know
that they
it.
can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watch tight end. Odd. 5 down. 5.
Ready! Force! Ready!
14 moving.
Now Jones.
Switch it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Oh, this is blocked. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling
4
another
down.
one.
4 down. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Over the middle here to Brown.
That's
And he takes
All right,
this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
That's it,
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5
Double,
yards
double.
on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Slam.
8.
The throw again is Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Hurry up, let's go.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Let's go.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
We got
A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone.
tight end's right. Watch
First and
tight end.
10 right at the 20.
Hey.
Inside the red zone here. They look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much.
Hurry up,
Down
let's
he
go.
goes.
All day, baby.
Middle.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Tight left.
Double.
On. 5 down. Stand up in.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Bell stays on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Force!
The former first-round pick, Shea McClellan, in on the stop. Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Yeah,
You
baby.
get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey.
3!
Got 4 down.
Force! Hut!
198.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
Let's go now.
And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Here we go.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Mike's 5.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and 5.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Force! Tight end's on the Ringo.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Day, baby.
Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. That wasn't even trying to chase him.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hitting the distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Roethlisberger being chased out left. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Corner.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Vinny Curry in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to put this one away. With it is Jackson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful on not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Set. Boo, 45. Boo, 45.
98. Watch 98.
Force. 3.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former first-round pick from Boise State, Shea McClellan. Coming hard on the blitz, he dumps him for a loss of 8. Third and long, Fitzpatrick. Following the sack, what can he and the gang come up with?
3.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tight end right.
Let's go.
4 down.
Left.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. Roethlisberger now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Check 3.
They'll run and they out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Here we go.
Tackle made that time by
44.
Vita Vea. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Earlier this half, we were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
We got 4. Watch twist.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Vinny Curry bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. 2nd and goal, the lone man of the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
4 down. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. Playing time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first two plays. Now third and goal.
Heat these two. Set. Like 30.
4 down. 4 down.
Middle.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, it's like you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and really come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter there. Everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where sprinting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second? And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Hey.
Now Roethlisberger on the first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Let's go.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's easy work, and it's
And
coming
partner, I think
again.
that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Heat these two.
We got 3. We got
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Let's go now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now a first down carry by Bell.
Here we go.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch tight end. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Focus.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Humphries. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, guys.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey!
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick.
Here they come.
And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's an issue for them in this game. Now Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always kills me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Again, it's Jones.
Under crunch.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Tight end's right.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Force.
Let's go.
3.
Man up, D.
Fitzpatrick now.
Blitz.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
4 down, let's go.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey.
Watch 54. Blue Dan.
Hey!
Look, hold.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go!
Tight left.
Kings.
We got 4.
They'll run it now. They're done. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively the key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
Let's go,
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Four down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now Fitzpatrick. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. But still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 down.
Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bucs on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Force!
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Let's go.
When plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers when they catch swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell is a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Here we go.
Out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
4 down.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. No pick, just incomplete that time. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Watch 38. Let's go, heavy.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Macklin, the intended receiver. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game.
Yeah, the guys that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And a nice carry there, 15 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms and ever we need, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Bucs on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Force!
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Give to Jones running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake in the football, get it out. You're going to create a turnover. With one more score, this game's over.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run it with Jones. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Run. Oh, yeah.
Start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good run on the ground. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment. This guy still standing in the pocket.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
Now the Steelers hustling after the line of scrimmage. Here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is actually phenomenal. But that's what is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. We got double tight. Double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Fitzpatrick here to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here. He winds up floating one downfield, and it gets intercepted.
And that's complete to Jesse James.
3 down.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
These two.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
Come off the ball.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Tight end to the right.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And this is going to be recovered by the Rams team. That should just about put a capper on this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Tampa Bay, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.